I want to talk very quickly about the use of calculators on the test. Now, you will have access to a built-in graphing calculator created by Desmos. You might already be familiar with it. It's a great website where you can very easily solve and draw graphs and equations pretty easily, and I'll do a quick demonstration in just a moment. You also have the option to bring your own calculator as long as it's an approved device. Now, to see what calculators are approved and which ones aren't, I would look at the College Board website. Just look up what the calculator policy for the digital SAT, and it goes into which calculators you can bring and which ones you can't. But I want to say this just generally about calculator use. The calculator is only as useful as the person using it, right? If you have a deep conceptual understanding of the material, you can probably use the calculator very, very efficiently to get what you need. But if you don't understand the underlying fundamental rules or principles, the calculator is probably not going to help you as much, because this test is not just a test of how good you are at crunching numbers, right? So I just wanted to say that first off. Let's take a look at what the Desmos calculator looks like if that's the option you choose to use. Here's the Desmos calculator. Let's take it for a spin. So first thing I want to point out is that you have this keyboard right here, which has the basic numbers or the digits and the basic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So first and foremost, I can use this calculator to take care of any busy computation work. 19 over 7, I'm not going to waste my time doing this by hand. I'm just going to do this out, right? And I get, or type this in, and I get 2.714, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I also have these spicier functions, right? Things like raising to powers, or raising, or taking the square root, or taking the absolute value. So for example, if I want to know what the value of 7 to the power of 5 is, I can type that out. I don't have to do that all by hand. I also want to show you how to use this calculator to solve more advanced equations. Let's say that I have the quadratic function, or I have the equation x squared plus, let's say 7x plus 12, right? X squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Let's say I have that. What this graph is telling you right here is that the two values that make this true are, I'm going to put my cursor right over the dot, -4 and -3. Now, as we advance in this course, we're going to talk about quadratics and how to solve them. And once we do, this will make a lot more sense. And that's kind of my point, is that the calculator is very useful if you understand what's going on. Right now, you might be looking at this and saying like, well, what does that even mean? Why are there two parallel lines like this? I have no idea what this is doing. So I encourage you to use the calculator as much as you can, but it is still very important to understand the basics of what is happening.